Hi everyone, welcome to our video. I'm Maya, and I'm thrilled to be here today for our delightful discussion. Let's dive right in. So, there was this one cooking episode where I realized I was out of chocolate syrup while preparing a dessert that absolutely needed it. I was making my famous chocolate lava cakes for a dinner party celebrating my food truck's anniversary. Chocolate lava cakes are rich and decadent desserts with a gooey chocolate center that oozes out when you cut into them, and they're always a crowd pleaser. This dinner party was a special occasion, and I wanted to treat my guests to a memorable dessert that showcased my love for indulgent sweets. Chocolate syrup, for those who might not know, is a thick, sweet sauce made from cocoa powder, sugar, and water. I often use it in dishes like ice cream sundaes, milkshakes, and drizzled over pancakes or waffles. Here in Florida, chocolate syrup is quite popular, especially in tropical-inspired desserts and frozen treats. When I realized I was out of chocolate syrup, I had to think fast. Instead of panicking, I decided to create a homemade version using cocoa powder, sugar, and a bit of water. I simmered the mixture until it thickened, and then I added a splash of vanilla extract for extra flavor. The result was a velvety chocolate sauce that tasted even better than store-bought syrup. No one at the party could tell the difference, and the chocolate lava cakes were a hit.
Maya, that's brilliant. Your quick thinking saved the day. Your chocolate lava cakes sound absolutely divine. I often use chocolate syrup in my baking, especially in recipes like chocolate chip cookies and brownies. It's incredible how versatile chocolate syrup can be in creating delicious desserts.
I completely agree, Sarah. Maya, your creativity shines through in your cooking. As someone who values wholesome ingredients, I appreciate your homemade approach to chocolate syrup. I use it in my nutrition-focused recipes, like chocolate smoothie bowls. Your homemade version sounds delightful and healthier too.
Maya, your resourcefulness is inspiring. Your chocolate lava cakes sound like a dream. I often use chocolate syrup in my baking as well, especially in cakes and cupcakes. It adds a rich, chocolatey flavor that elevates any dessert. Your homemade syrup must have added a special touch to your lava cakes.
Maya, your homemade chocolate syrup is a stroke of genius. Your chocolate lava cakes sound absolutely heavenly. I use chocolate syrup in my gourmet gatherings, especially in dessert platters and fondue nights. It's amazing how a simple ingredient like chocolate syrup can transform a dish into a decadent treat.
Building on what we've discussed, let's talk about the critical criteria for purchasing chocolate syrup. For me, the most important criterion is cocoa content. I usually buy chocolate syrup with a high cocoa content for a richer flavor. Here in Florida, I use it in tropical-inspired desserts like key lime pie with a chocolate drizzle. Beware of syrups with artificial flavors that can affect the taste.
Absolutely, Maya. Cocoa content is key. Another criterion I consider is sugar content. I look for chocolate syrup with less added sugar to control sweetness in my recipes. In Texas, I use it in my breakfast dishes like chocolate chip pancakes. Watch out for syrups with high fructose corn syrup, which can be overly sweet.
I agree with both of you. Another important criterion for me is the texture of the syrup. I prefer chocolate syrup with a smooth and velvety consistency. Here in California, I use it in my dessert bowls and as a topping for fruit salads. Be cautious of syrups that are too thin or too thick, as they can affect the texture of your dish.
Texture is definitely important, Sarah. For me, the next critical criterion is the presence of artificial additives. I look for chocolate syrup with natural ingredients and no artificial colors or flavors. In Washington, I use it in my baking and as a topping for ice cream sundaes. Avoid syrups with preservatives that can alter the taste.
Great points, Emily. Another criterion I considered is the versatility of the syrup. I prefer chocolate syrup that can be used in various dishes, from desserts to drinks. Here in New York, I use it in my creative culinary experiments and dessert platters. Look for syrups with a well-balanced flavor profile that complements a variety of dishes.
Speaking of alternatives, in California, we often use homemade chocolate ganache as a substitute for chocolate syrup. It has a richer flavor and can be customized to your liking. I love using ganache in my baking and as a drizzle for cakes and pastries.
In Texas, we sometimes use Mexican chocolate as an alternative. It has a unique blend of spices like cinnamon and chili powder that adds depth to desserts. I use it in my chocolate tamales and mole sauce. It provides the rich and complex flavor similar to chocolate syrup.
In Washington, we have locally made chocolate spreads as an alternative. They're thicker than syrup and have a creamy texture. I use them in my baking and as a spread for toast or crepes. They offer a different consistency but still provide that rich chocolate flavor.
Here in New York, we often use chocolate fudge sauce as an alternative. It's thicker and richer than syrup, with a velvety, smooth texture. I use it in my gourmet dessert platters and as a dip for fruit skewers. It's a decadent option that pairs well with various desserts.
And in Florida, we have coconut chocolate sauce as a delightful alternative. It's made with coconut milk and cocoa powder, giving it a tropical twist. I use it in my coconut-inspired desserts and as a topping for ice cream or fruit salads. It offers a unique flavor profile that complements our sunny Florida vibes. Wrapping up our conversation, we've explored various aspects of chocolate syrup, including creative solutions for shortages, essential criteria for purchasing, and alternative options. Sarah discussed cocoa content, Jennifer highlighted sugar content, Emily focused on texture, Chloe emphasized natural ingredients, and I talked about versatility. Thank you all for your valuable insights and contributions to our discussion. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed our conversation about chocolate syrup and discovered some new ideas for your culinary adventures. Until next time, happy cooking and sweet indulgence.